Opened in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the New York Giants. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go from Seattle. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
56, the mic, boys, 56. Check, 56. Cowboy 80. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And this will be a Giants first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big connection on that one, 38 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing Jones to Barkley on the check down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what?
A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Right there.
Play action. It's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go, D.
On 1st down, it's Carson. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Took right.
Mike's 5-4.
Wilson. And this will go to Carson out wide. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Shift. Cougar 19. 18, Pioneer. Go.
Hill looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. 2nd down and 7.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Mike's 54. Mike.
What's left?
He's tired of you. He's tired of us. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I'm going to run you over. Switch.
Super team. Hey, alert.
Mike's 5-4. Hey, get in the weight room. 55.
Here's Wilson to throw. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
You're trash. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 50.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd and 3 from the 9.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Now Hill going to use his legs. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
SOS, 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 SOS.
Rush in.
Carson again. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Carson. And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Chris Carson. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Seahawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already, Rob.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the Jets, and took it all the way.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Wilson. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Good job right there.
31, check 31.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
54.
Here I come. Right there.
Ball that.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
Buddy. Come on, now.
Now Wilson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Watch 54. Gotta do better.
Alert.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Shut him down.
Chris Carson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
60 Bobcat. Check Mike 27.
Now Jones. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Mike 17. I got one. Trap 60. Mike 17. Rabbit. 17's Mike 17.
Throwing on first down, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Plus 19. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Mike 17. Go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, as the first half is winding down. And the Giants have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Gano the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He'll check that down to Carson and past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Hey. We got three. Three down. Shit.
And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
They're not ready for this. They start right there. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Mike 40, check, he's coming.
Tackles.
Yeah, check, hey, Mike.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Throwing is Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On first down, it's Carson, and he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. The tackle made by Blake Martinez. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Ready? Right there.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
That's good.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Mike 54.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Go. Go.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Hey, alert, alert, alert.
Watch 54.
Now Wilson. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after
19. Hey, 40's Mike. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
14, 40.
Mike 40, Mike 40.
Check Mike, check Mike.
Alert, 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 alert.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Watch the flag! Watch the flag! Watch the flag! Motion! Pop! 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 Hey, watch that! Watch that!
Wilson will throw again. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
This is too easy right
And he
here.
will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Wilson. Being chased out left. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. 56.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. Catch made by Slayton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
56.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for Seattle. On first down, Wilson. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Goodwin. And out of bounds right around the 20. 7 yards to pick up there.
If you run an out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
54 Mike.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
That's all you got?
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. This is Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
It's our time. Watch twist.
Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, watch 70 Ranger. Mike 17.
Throwing, Jones. He's got Mason complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Let's go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Scared.
Hey, tight end.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Hey. 4 down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones throwing deep for Galladay. It got his man complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play for the Giants on third down. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
18 Rattler. Mike 17.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Back to throw. Jones. A quick pass here. He's got Shepard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come 19 Lion. He don't want it.
Jones throwing for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Here, listen. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. You want this?
Now Wilson on first down. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Run pass, run pass. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54, watch 54.
Wilson.
Check, check.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Strickland. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike 40, Mike 40.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Show it A, show it A. Wide, get wide.
Desperation time on 4th for Hill. They'll roll him out right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
And with the scoreboard against him here in the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets him up with 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
I got you.
Joker.
Four down.
Check it out, read.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
They run it with Carson, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown.
14.
They'll try to run with Carson, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Mike 17. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Mike 17. Go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Okay, break. Spike 56.
You must be getting tired.
79 Bronco.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. I'm here all day.
Now Jones.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Flushed out right. And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up second and 13.
Defense focus. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we
go. Again, it's Barkley. Power. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Gano now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
46, Seahawks 31.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Hey, we're going Mike 40, Mike 40. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Gotta go. Hit it up. Let's go.
Mike's 40, Mike's 40. Silver.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Flush to his right. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. Go, Mike.
12.
Here's Wilson. That's going to be caught. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Mike 54.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
One last shot for Wilson. Rolling to his right. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point conversion.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for the Giants, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.